What is up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome to another FanTracks podcast. I need to specify podcast. Coming to you from fanboysanonymous.com. The FanTracks podcasts are audio commentaries while we watch a movie or a TV show. In this case, a movie. Usually it's a movie, sometimes it's a TV show. But what we are doing here is we are going to be watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. The film is out on digital, so we are finally going to check it out, give our reactions to this as we are watching it, tell you what other random things pop into our minds, give our review, so on and so forth like that. That is what we do here. Who are we, if you don't know? Well, I am Tony Mango, joined as always by Robert DeFelice.
Cowabunga, Shredhead. This is our second movie this year in like the last month, featuring both John Cena and Jackie Chan.
Oh, wow. Yeah, really? Huh. I didn't even think about that, because Jackie Chan is Splinter and Cena is he Bebop or Rocksteady? I can't remember.
I think he's Rocksteady.
A role that was played by Sheamus in the last Ninja Turtles.
Wrestling.
And then you got Super Shredder was Kevin Nash back in the day. The Pro Wrestlers and Ninja Turtles connection.
And then you got the Toxic Turtles, which is a crazy thing that we can't get into here, but maybe we'll get into one day. But I'm excited for this movie because I've heard nothing but good things.
I've heard some bad things. So the reviews seem to be pretty good. It's got, I think, like a 97 or something on Rotten Tomatoes right now. And I gotta be honest, the trailers never really stood out to me as anything that I was like, man, I cannot wait for this movie. But it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing. I, of course, was going to be checking it out. I have not seen the past couple animated TV shows, to be honest. I've watched, of course, I absolutely love the 1990 movie. That's still holds up really, really well. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, another fantastic favorite movie of mine in that range. I don't know exactly what. I think I did a thing recently where I had done like my top 100 favorite movies. And I know it's on that. It's on Letterboxd. Check it out, everybody. Both of those are on there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, not so much. That movie kind of sucks. The TMNT animated film, that was all right. Not the best, not the worst. Those two other movies, the ones with Megan Fox, they had the problems. They had some good stuff in it too. Of course, the classic animated series. Got a soft spot in my heart for that one. But I haven't seen a lot of the other, like the Nickelodeon thing and all. One of the reasons why is because the animation styles tend to not be anything I love. And I gotta say that that's probably going to be the case on this one. This feels very much like they saw across this or Into the Spider-Verse and they said, let's do something similar to that. And I like that, but I also think that it can get a little too much. You know what I mean?
Yes. So my history with Turtles is, of course, I think my real start was like the Nintendo games. Like the arcade one in particular.
That one with the we have to defuse the bombs in the water. Yeah. That one is impossible.
So I got my start there. There was the Fox Kids, 4Kids TV, TNMT in 03. Great series. First couple seasons of that are fantastic. Really strong stuff. Of course, I watched, the 90s movies. I never did see the TV show from the 90s with Venus de Milo. Never saw that. I heard good things about one of the Nickelodeon cartoons. I think it was Rise of the TNMT. And I know that we watched Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That was fun.
On this channel, so go check that out when you're done with this. But I love the Turtles. I love being a turtle. That was one of the lines of the theme song for the 03 show, Before You Think Something Weird. Yeah,
that's in the movie too. Man, I love being a turtle.
I love this. I love the story of this, how it starts as an underground comic and becomes like the #1 Saturday morning cartoon.
It's interesting the connection between Ninja Turtles and Daredevil.
What's that?
Am I going to blow your mind right now?
Man, it's quite possible.
So the ooze, the incident where that spills into the sewers, if you go back and you look at the comic, there's a kid who gets like splashed by it, and it's supposed to be Matt Murdock.
Oh, that's really cool.
So it's supposed to be the same material that blinds him is the ooze.
That's the kind of cool shit that I like. You know, that's again the benefits of being an independent comic. They probably threw that in for shits and gigs.
Right, yeah, because they're not connected to Marvel in that way, so they can't just be like, that technically is. They're just like, yeah, it's supposed to be him, you know.
This is a $1 billion franchise.
It's a great franchise.
I love this stuff. So even if this is bad, I'm probably going to enjoy it.
Something I got to try to remember to talk about a little later on is the 4 temperament ensemble and how everybody is one of the turtles in a group of friends and stuff. Put a pin in that one. They wrote that down, temperament. If we get to a spot of the movie where that's not all that much, but we do want to get the movie started. So if you don't know how this works, it's pretty simple. As we said at the beginning of this, as I have plastered as many places as I can without it being too obnoxious, this is not going to show you the movie. And since the most recent thing that we did, the Hidden Strike movie with Jackie Chan and John Cena, ended up having a whole big bunch of copyright issues and I had to fight that, I'm making it a point to specify even more so now to cover my ass. This is not going to show you one frame or 1 second of dialogue from the audio or video of this film. That would be a copyright problem, and that's what I'm avoiding. Instead, we have a timer code on the screen. Now, if you are, of course, listening to this on the audio-only streams like Spotify and all that, then, of course, you're not going to see the movie because there's nothing for you to see. It's just an audio feed. But we will still give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, play. And when we say play, that is when we are going to hit play on our digital devices, and that's when you should too, so that way you can be synced up to it. Now, the time code's there so you know for a fact that you are, and in case you need to pause, you need to come back, or you need to finish this another day, or whatever it might be, that you don't need to just arbitrarily guess where we are in this because you don't have the frame of reference of seeing the actual video on your screen. You got to have something that tells you that. So you should be able to sync up correctly with that as long as you hit play when we say play. And just to show you that it's brand new, it's going to go around like this. You'll see that right now it's ticking on your screen. I'm going to pause that. That is what it's going to be doing. So I'm going to switch over to our other graphic here just to make sure that I don't mess up when I'm saying 3, 2, 1, play and doing that. And that is what we're going to do. We're going to give our thoughts as this movie goes along, give our live reactions to everything, and shoot the shit. And we invite you to do the same. Watch the movie with us. It's basically going to see the same as if we're all hanging out on the same couch together or something. Which, if that's the case, move over. I need a little bit more legroom. And I am set to go. Are you?
I am good to go.
All right. So remember, everybody, it's 3, 2, 1, play. When I say play, you hit play. That's why I said play. 3, 2, 1, play. And I will give some updates of where we are visually as well. Right now, we've got the stars flying towards the mountain for the Paramount logo. It's getting a little bit more animated here. And we're switching over to that style.
I do see the Spider-Verse. Almost immediately, I see what you're saying.
That, like, janky animation where there's, like, there's too much shit going on your screen.
I wonder if that's going to be a thing.
I think that people saw that. They thought, hey, this grungy style is really cool. Let's kind of emanate. It's going to have a couple more things that happen like that. And then eventually people are going to get tired of it. And then we're going to go back to like more traditional animation. So we do have TCRI, Baxter Stockman. Just one mutant.
If you saw Ninja Turtles in New York, you live in New York. What's your first thought?
Depends. Is he playing cricket?
He's walking out of Best Buy as you're walking in.
Oh, the people that hang around that Best Buy, I probably wouldn't be faced.
Okay, Amanda Waller.
Very much giving that kind of vibe. They're kind of making this feel a little bit like, the beginning of this is like the beginning of like a Batman movie or something. It's pretty cool. The purple goo.
What do you think is the secret of that ooze?
So this movie has tons of big name voice actors in here.
And then 4 unknown kids as the Ninja
Yeah,
Turtles.
pretty much. But they've got like Giancarlo Esposito in here. I know Paul Rudd is voicing one of the characters. Not a bad design for Baxter. Not my favorite, but
Why can't we be happy, bro? Like what?
it's a good touch that he's got the little fly thing, since he's going to eventually turn into a fly.
Why can't you just let people be happy, government?
Yeah.
Think about that?
That's 2023. The government doesn't want anybody to be happy.
You ever think the mutants might just be happier if you let them be?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Fly going on right now. This thing's kicking ass.
Maya Rudolph's in here. Seth Rogen is in here.
Yeah, that's that's always a good idea, right? If it's a Ninja Turtles movie and there's an apartment on fire, I'm immediately thinking of the 91 with April's apartment.
Probably something they probably want to throw back to, you know?
Man, that apartment's got to have a bad system going on. If you've got a vent like that going straight down into the sewer, probably reeks.
Yeah. It's weird. Sometimes they make like the hangout so cool. I remember as a kid thinking, "Yeah, fucking living in the sewer is probably great."
Right. And then they go into the abandoned train station. Well, it ain't the Hilton. Yeah. All right. So before we get in too deep into this, who's your favorite turtle?
Leo, because of the katanas.
Everybody
I always go by weapon.
Everybody always pretty much goes Mikey or Raph, it seems. Because obviously it's like Raph is the quote unquote coolest one and Mikey's like the fun one when you're a kid. I always was a Leo guy.
Yeah, I always go by weapons. And I love the dual swords.
Not as good as regular Doritos. Controversial opinion, I know. Cool Ranch isn't the best.
Yeah, my controversial opinion is that I don't like Doritos, period. So there you go.
Well, I mean, you're just wrong.
Yeah, I've accepted that.
It's good that Mikey's a little bit smaller. Beyonce of all people.
I feel like Mikey would want to go to Flavor Town.
Yeah.
So that fits.
They're going to pay for everything. Let's see if that ends up happening. Just 2 rolls of toilet paper. That's it.
This is a post-COVID world.
Yeah.
Nope, they didn't pay for anything, it seems.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Thieves.
Like Thievage Mutant Ninja Turtles, ah? Ah?
I mean, if you're going to go through all that effort, get more than 1 bag, you know? I guess they got to grab what they can carry on their backs. This is just a regular news broadcast in New York.
Yeah, I'm like,
we don't need the Superfly to get that same thing. I just need to look on my Citizen app and have yesterday somebody was spitting on people down underneath my apartment.
It was transcending.
Two conflicting ideas. I hope it's a funny one. I hope it's violent.
It could be both. As we'll see. What?
That's an interesting thing to throw live action in there.
That is.
Yeesh. Her chin.
Jesus. You ever watch Ferris Bueller?
Ferris Bueller is on my why haven't I seen it yet list.
I knew you were going to say that. You should watch Ferris Bueller. I haven't seen it either.
I have it ready to go like at almost any moment, and I typically end up watching something else. So
I know enough to react to Bueller.
Yeah.
Bueller, you know.
Some of the bits are just classic, so you don't even have to have seen the movie to know some of those. Like the thing with staring at the painting.
They just want to be with the people. It's basically a Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
What did he say?
I love being young and free to go places. I like the lo-fi.
So I was not a big fan of the Splinter in the last live action movies. Tony Shalhoub's voice is just not. Nah. It's 2023.
Jackie Chan is a better dad in this movie than he was in Hidden Strike.
Yeah, pretty much. Milk you for your blood. You got to do the intro. I mean, come on.
Okay, so that puts us gross in 2008.
Be funny if they made him the pizza rat.
How many years ago was that?
Probably 15 years ago.
No.
Maybe even longer.
It was like 6 years ago at most.
Ugh. R.I.P. Kevin. Aw. Cute little turtles. Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't make me feel things. Come on.
So he was a 20-year-old rat at this time. 15 years have gone by. You mean to tell me Splinter's only supposed to be 35? Look at those designs. Jesus. I'm assuming that was Raft, like the fucking little chubby one. And somehow Donatello already had the glasses.
So I just learned that real rats only live about a year.
That's it? Wow.
Yep.
Pepperoni, nice. Good choice.
I think the soundtrack is also inspired by Spreaders. But...
Cute little designs.
It is very cute. I'd watch a movie of them not being ninjas and just doing
Baby mutant normal turtles.
Yeah. They're just happy little guys.
Yeah, you could just walk around in public. Nobody cares. For anybody that hasn't been in Times Square, it's overrated as hell.
Okay, but you live right there.
Even when I didn't live here, I was just like, this is not all that impressive.
Oh my god.
You dirty rat. Oh my god, Mike, you almost gonna get fucking flattened by a car.
That would explain the mannerisms.
Why
is Raph so much bigger?
Yeah, he's a little chunker.
Yeah, like why?
Push it to the limit. So I never subscribed to this theory, but I came across it a couple years ago or so, and I was like, this makes a lot of sense. I don't think that's what their plan was, but it does make a lot of sense that the weapons are all lessons for them. So, for instance, Donatello is the smartest one, so he's given the most basic weapon to show, like, you have to use your ingenuity and not rely on technology. Michelangelo is the one that needs the most focus, so he uses the nunchucks, which requires the most focus. Raphael, of course, the most angry. He gets the defensive weapon, and then Leo's the one that doesn't want to do any, like, I gotta actually, like, hurt somebody. So he's given the most dangerous weapon because he's going to show the most restraint. But he, at some point, is going to have to use those. I was like, if they planned that, that's amazing. If they didn't, they fall ass backwards into something that's amazing.
I'm going on record and saying they planned it.
Why are you disappointed in him? He ratted you out. That's supposed to be what he's done, right? You should be like, thank you, my son, for being the most honorable.
Yeah, like there should have been a moment there where he's like, "Yeah, I know it's hard, but you did the right thing."
I do like the way that they're approaching the dialogue with some of this. Like they modernized this quite a bit,
Which I think is good.
Yeah.
Can't always live for the 80s. I could have done without Splinter being uh inspired by the 80s kung fu stuff, but
Mhm.
you know, such as if you don't get a turtle with the gumball eyes, we have done this wrong.
Let's see if they thought about that, because the amount of those that I ate back in the day just because it was a Ninja Turtles thing, they weren't all that great. You slap the Ninja Turtles on there, you slap a Spider-Man thing on there, or those like
Sonic.
Yeah, like the WWF ice cream bars, those actually were really good.
Which yeah, as I say, are actually good.
They're just stealing a bunch of those ice cream bars. Keep her cool in an ice cream truck.
I like it.
Chill out, man. Jimmy Snuka's gonna. No, I shouldn't make a joke.
Stop. Stop. No.
Super fly.
That's basically what would happen.
Another movie that I haven't seen yet, The Fly.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's October. We should do that.
That's gonna be an interesting watch at some point for sure, because that movie I'm sure is bonkers in ways that I am not anticipating yet. So the art style is annoying. I'll say that. I don't look at something like this, and like a lot of people would, and they have all the reason in the world to. So I'm not gonna like, crap on them for having this opinion. A lot of people would look at this and go, "Oh, it's different, so I like it." I'm not the type of person that says different equals good by default, so I don't really love it. I think it's a little like I've never liked, for instance, like the Adult Swim cartoons that have bad animation that's supposed to be part of like the charm, like the Squidbillies type things and all. I think that's just, I don't like it. So I would like this better if the animation was better. I'll say that for sure.
So I'm very much, because I'm such a person who watches all this shit, I like the idea that it's like, yeah, this looks very 2023, and we'll be able to look back on it and go, it was very 2023. I like Donatello's voice the most.
Yeah, I think that's it is a good point why I picked something that looks just like I said, but yeah, Donnie's voice I like the best. Then probably Mikey's.
I'm sorry. Is he already in love with April before he even sees her? Oh, he is in love with April. Okay.
Not, and I'll sure a lot of people are gonna bitch. I don't like this April design.
I think it's not accurate to what we grew up with, obviously, but it is accurate to modern New York. I'll give them that.
Yeah, but then again, if everything was accurate like that, Superman would have a belly, and you know what I mean? It's fake. Make people look better.
Are you suggesting that Superman needs to have a dad bod?
No, I'm saying I don't want that to be the case.
I like that Leo is completely overtaken by his newly awakened hormones.
Yeah. As a 15-year-old, I'm surprised that the four of them can all stay in the same bedroom together.
Though. That's exactly how it happens. Like, you're just instantly like, oh my god, I like this now.
Yeah. It's like that South Park thing with the whole Atta, Yes, Atta. You're not funny enough to do that.
Oh my god.
Heroes and a hash. Murder
the Shreks. I like the soundtrack. It's gonna vary, but I really like it.
See, I love the soundtrack to the 1990 movie. And that, like, I can listen to that all the time. That's just like a classic score. It's not going to compete with that, but this suits it very well.
There you go.
Speaking of that, you can't go wrong with fucking the Ninja rap, man. It's so good.
That's how I'm addressing my enemies from now on.
That's you're just gonna say that to other people.
Back off! I've got a big stick.
Future podcasts and everything. Save the beautiful human woman scooter.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It's usually Mikey that ends up with a thing for April, right?
Usually, from what I've seen. Actually, I can't remember anybody but Mikey ever having a thing for her.
I'm good with them giving it to Leo. A lot of references. Like, is this for the sake of referencing things, or?
I think a good portion of it is maybe that's what kids these days connect with. That YouTube generation.
I guess. I'm old.
Which, by the way, to all those like Gen Z types out there, you got to get better. Don't turn into the boomer generation, but with a, on the opposite end of the spectrum in some ways, but still having the same problems.
Turn into the boomer generation in that they have a lot of resources.
Give that to us.
They're not going to give to us. But you should give it to the generations after you.
Donnie's the most inviting and friendly? Not Mikey? Yeah, that's like a shriek moment,
I think she thinks they're furries.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Pizza's not a bad option. This is pretty good. I like that. Ah, the Laird. Good little
Love
reference.
the soundtrack. It's gonna be my number one thing about this movie.
Mutant Turtle Men, guys. Doesn't quite work. Come on, April. It's 2023. You don't have a phone to type this in?
It's a paper. It's one of those like tablets that acts like paper. But it's just a tablet.
I think it's actually paper.
I'm being an asshole.
Is this going to end with them having their own prom?
Leo taking her to prom. Or yeah, it could just be their own prom.
Like on top of the building or something where nobody can see.
Is Casey a teenager here, or do we get like?
That's true. Casey could be in this. They're gonna turn this on its head. Shredder is gonna be with April. Nope. They only got one pizza, right?
You don't know.
They only have the one box.
Been a long night.
Damn, Leo shoved the whole slice of pizza in his mouth.
Well, yeah. You ever just not want to talk to someone that you are nervous around? You can just shove a whole slice of pizza in your mouth.
Every girl.
Why you got a Ted Mosby head? Like,
Yeah. It's funny how a movie like, I mean, obviously the original one is what I grew up with, but like those things stick in your brain so much that the amount of times that I order a pizza and I'm waiting for the delivery and I think to myself something like pizza dude's got 30 seconds, you know, like something just always ends up being a go-to.
it's iconic.
If you're interested in picking up a shirt design, go to Redbubble or TeePublic on Fanboys Anonymous. I have a keep calm and never pay full price for late pizza design. Hmm. The power of I probably shouldn't say the word, but you know what I mean. Starts with a P, ends in a Y. It's got an S in the middle. Where he's like, this time, yeah, I'm not going to say anything. So this is the hardest thing to believe right now in this whole movie. She's getting a signal when she's on the train.
Hey.
That ain't happening. I'm on board with the mutants, okay? But April human. How many people has the red turtle stabbed? Does he need therapy? That was one of the things on there. I'm sure if you pause that, there's probably some good jokes.
We will go back and pause this.
Does your rat dad molt? Oh, they've got an N64 controller. Hope they're playing GoldenEye.
When I see it like this, I'm like, yeah, I'd like to live in this.
Oh, it ain't the Hilton, as they say.
What are you talking about? You got a whole network of tunnels to fuck with. I don't see any poop there.
Yeah, it's probably pretty decent.
I don't know if I
I'm try it. Eastman High. Good.
So we already got the Laird and Eastman.
Yep.
Out of the way.
I love when they do those things.
I don't love that they're like, you want to be in school.
Anime Club, Pride Awareness, French Club, Chess Club. These are probably all people that work on the movie. Jules, something or other. I was just going to say Leonardo. That's yeah. Quick thinking, Leo. This is why you're the best. April O'Buke.
Yeah, I could deal with that all the trauma thing. I don't need this element of it, but
They got to make it relatable, right?
yeah, but then again, I guess I'm not a kid. Oh God, no, please. No. What is with the gross out humor?
What's up with this song choice?
What are we doing?
Leo's like, don't worry, puke girl. I take you to the dance.
She's got full manic pixie dream girl energy.
Mm-hmm. Lots of references in here.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Getting a little into the territory of like those parody movies that aren't good, where they're just like, hey, that's Carmen Electra. Isn't it funny because it's Carmen Electra? You know what I mean? Normal Nate.
Yeah, just like
instantly I like Normal Nate. Good song.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Don't fuck with Normal Nate.
This isn't happening right now. Okay, what do we think is actually happening?
I could see this actually being their little montage.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Double noggin knocker. Oh god, I thought he was gonna cut his head off there for a second. And then they steal their clothes too. Bunch of thieves. So they haven't been focusing at all on Shredder, and it seems like they're going full mutant here. You think they're going to do some kind of like just quick Shredder reference to try to set up a sequel?
Yep. Ooh.
A lot of buck teeth people in this.
You don't cross buck teeth people everywhere in New York?
If I do, I don't pay attention to them. I'm too busy looking at the other weirdos that are out there. Getting yelled at by random people that are just like, ah, the government's after me and stuff.
A lot of these sounds are going to be all over social if they're not already.
Really, they're gonna do the Aki way? Why is Mikey twerking?
Why not? I like that little moment. Why are you bringing her?
I bet that cat is back. You got a little joke. Just wait here in the sewer.
Hey, happy birthday.
Invasion of privacy. Don't go through the room. Oh, he's trying. All the Chris's.
I think this is cute.
He's trying.
You're not doing. Guys, eat the pizza.
Yeah, don't let that pizza go to waste.
Don't be an asshole to your father. So I know I'm old.
Yeah, that's once you get to that age where you start sympathizing with the parents that tell the kids not to go out and stuff. That's when you start going, God damn, I'm old. Oh God, you know what just dawned on me? Splinter said he was 20, right?
Yeah.
And then 15 years have passed.
Yeah.
I'm a year older than what Splinter is supposed to be in this.
Ew.
And I'm like, oh man, he's so old and beaten down. And I'm like, the amount of times my back cracked today.
He's 34 years past his
yeah, that's
life
true.
expectancy.
And I'm probably about at least like 11. Do we need the nipple piercings?
Yes. I'm going to date at Ethan's. What's happening?
So Bebop and Rocksteady are awesome. I don't know too many of the other ones off the top of my head. Like I know that there's a Manta Ray one named Ray Fillet. Pretty spot on. I like this Superfly guy. What up, cuz?
Is that John?
What? Genghis Frog.
I'm Genghis Frog. I'm absolutely the frog.
Yeah, so that's the Paul Rudd one. So Rose Byrne is Leatherhead. Seth Rogen's Bebop.
Christina's Rocksteady.
Guess who Ray Fillet is?
Who?
Post Malone.
That would explain the singing.
Genghis Frog is Hannibal Buress. Ice Cube Superfly. That makes sense. Man, I'm gonna want some Pizza Hut so bad.
I don't hate this. Like, this kind of world building isn't the worst idea for a movie like this. Oh God.
That's the noise that Leo wants to make with
Oh, no, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
But I fucked him up.
Listen, I understand a lot of people go through this, but I don't love that this is the plot of every movie now. This is the
About
plot of a fucking Mario movie. Like,
about like acceptance.
Yeah, like, damn, you know.
It is kind of indicative of like what's going on in the world these days, where that's the number one plot that most people want to deal with is like
what everybody's feeling.
I mean, there are so many ways that you can look at other things and that points towards that too, you know? Everybody wants to stand out. Now, mollywopped is not a term we hear all that often. That needs to come back more.
I like the use of the extra arms.
It's been a while since I've gone bowling. It's pretty fun.
Really? You don't strike me as a bowling guy.
Not a regular. Yeah, like I said, it's been a while. I think last time I went bowling might have been like 4 years ago. Last time I went bowling, I got a chicken parm pizza while I was bowling. So
I haven't had like a chicken parm pie in a while.
It was pretty good.
Fat booty boy racist.
Cena.
So we Yeah, we definitely not doing Shredder.
You know what I'm surprised that they don't have in here? Toka and Razor.
Well, I'm guessing no, because I've seen the cast at this point, but maybe we're saving stuff for later. It's getting silly here. Oh no. Oh. Oh.
All right, I like Mondo Gecko for sure. Really?
Nobody ever.
Yeah.
Sorry to people who live in Staten Island, but
Yeah, they deserve it. No, that's quite literally the truth, though. I've never heard a single person argue that Staten Island's the best. There's militant people that are like, oh man, Brooklyn, that's the thing. Oh, Queens, yeah, Manhattan versus whatever. Never an argument for Staten Island. Good song. And I said, hey.
I said, hey.
Jesus. It makes sense that they don't have the turtle van quite yet. But maybe this will end up informing them of the turtle van. A little peculiar.
Oh dear. I just see He-Man right now. Very fun. It's a very fun movie. It's not great, but like fun.
I could see a lot of kids growing up with this being a movie that they watch over and over again, though.
Yeah. A lot of good movies for kids this year. Mario, this.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. What's going on? You get it? Because you get it.
Yeah. No, he's mollywopping me.
This is great.
Where's April in all this?
Just panicking and watching along. Oh shoot. That's a different.
What about them like getting captured?
Yeah, like. And of course he's gonna think she abandoned us.
Right, but she really went back to go get Splinter. Yep.
Yeah.
When you see enough movies. So that way they can have the scene where she and Splinter are like, hey, but we have a mutual connection here. I have to get rid of my fear of humans, and I got to get rid of my fear of rats.
Oh dear God.
Jeez, even a skeleton.
Not Amanda Waller, but okay.
Mm-hmm. And now.
To fight what?
Yeah, I don't think that an eagle's gonna do well against like a fighter jet with rockets. The dolphin makes sense.
Oh no, they're gonna milk them. No, she's gonna milk them. No.
Credit to them for pulling that off. Ray Filet.
Yeah, how many of these sounds are gonna get named?
Yeah, quite a bit. I like the design of
Oh no.
Rocksteady.
No.
Another good song.
Is that from
It'd be so great if he just bit her. Leo's like, I was hoping to get milked by April instead.
Ah.
Jeez, that big of a thing? They don't have that in them.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can.
Not as much Raphael stuff in this. He's kind of been the one that's taken a bit of a backseat.
Because a lot of other Turtles movies are like...
They're very Raph-centric.
And Raphael's the moody one.
Still don't understand why the song says, Raphael, he's the leader of the group. No, he ain't.
What?
Yeah, the Turtle Power. That's one of the lyrics. Is Raphael, he's the leader of the group.
Because they didn't
really pay any attention. They were just like, oh, he's got the most lines in the movie. Yeah.
All right, with the fucking references. All right, Squid Games, let's go.
Me earlier in the day. Exact pose.
Play the music.
Also me earlier in the day.
Oh, Jesus.
Oof.
There we go.
Gotta get that full crescendo kicking in there. Good song, man.
I bet you left us.
Getting milked. Yeah, now you have a reason to puke. The only good human.
That's cute. I like that. Great music. Is she a feeling for the turtle?
I hope not.
Is she a furry?
I'm just gonna leave the motorcycle keys in there too. I'm curious if they got everybody that they wanted to play these parts, or if they ended up like requesting somebody and filling them in with somebody else.
That's interesting. Mutant prom. Mutant prom. Ray Fillet is gonna sing at the mutant prom. Let's go.
Yeah, to me trying to figure out kids the slang these days. What do you mean on God? You're doing too much. He's gonna get mollywopped.
No, don't kill him.
I like how sad looking Rocksteady is. Every shot of him, he just looks like this sad little lump.
It's a really different story. I like that.
They're hitting a lot of the same beats that they usually do, which is like textbook. Like you pretty much got to do that for the first Ninja Turtles movie. But they're doing it in, you know, they're spinning on a different web here, so I like it. Yeah, let's see an attitude adjustment.
Come on, Tony.
Just Ray Fillet. Come on, Donnie, you're smart enough. You can figure this out.
He doesn't do machines yet. Like
Ray Fillet.
I said those words. Have I been the villain? Oh my god. Oh, there's no two ways about that. They tried to kill him. Oh, they did kill him. Oh my god.
I mean, if he's not dead.
He dropped in the use. Is he now a Superfly?
Super fly.
He's a super duper fly.
Yeah.
Super duper fly. Yep. Okay.
It's gonna get like mutant fish and a bunch of mutant dead bodies because it's, you know, river in New York.
And one of them happens to be the Shredder. Oh my god.
We're going for a whale kind of vibe too.
What? All right, that washes up on your shore right now. What are you doing?
Outside of just panicking,
Yeah.
I'm calling people up and going, I knew Cloverfield was going to happen. Yeah, there you go. Super duper fly.
What did I say? This is a really fun movie.
God, that's horrifying. Imagine seeing something like this.
Well, aliens are real. We've established that this year. Oh, it's beautiful.
So how are you going to stop him?
But first, I have feelings for you.
Right, yeah.
Where is this girl's parent?
I'm curious if that shot, like right there, or if any of the other ones are like specific references to certain streets. I don't know well enough to be able to be like, yeah, okay, well, that's this thing or something, but I'm sure my wife would be like, oh, it's 43rd Street or something, you know?
I love the sound. I've said it a million times, but soundtrack gets 5 stars for me.
Curious why Raph's the marksman.
Because he's a fucking angry teenager.
Yeah, he's missing.
Of course. Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way. Shoot it in the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know, one day, a year plus ago, a transformer blew a couple blocks away, and there was just a whole bunch of like blue flashing lights, and I was like, oh man, like, is the apocalypse happening now? I'm assuming if a tank or truck exploded, that would be the same sort of feeling where I would just be like, that's Cloverfield happening. Yeah. He just said, I don't know. That one's a Prius. It's okay.
Oh, of course they think it's the turtle.
I mean, can you blame him? One thing I know, I hate mutants. If there's one thing I've been saying for all these years. Mark Ruffalo?
What? Get it? 'Cause he improvised. Yes, and. Yes, and.
Always yes, and. That's the rule. I like this. That's a solid joke. Channel 6. Okay. Now, it would be great if she gets on the news and immediately pukes. There you go. There's the title of the movie. Puke. Puke. Ugh.
Kind of.
Okay, good. She actually. You know, they went with April O'Puke. It should have been A Puke O'Neill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
You thought that April and Leo was the grossest romance?
I'm more okay with that because they're anthropomorphic, and that is well. But I draw the line at rats and flies. I don't want to be bothered by what they would produce.
There you go. We got a cowabunga.
I still love that word when I was a kid.
Yeah. I mean, if you grow up with that cartoon and the movie and all that, cowabunga becomes one of your lexicons.
And cowabunga and jumping off your bed like you're doing a swanton bound. Like that's
right. He's not wrong.
the kids were good.
Yeah, they were solid. I've never seen them acting in anything before, but I don't know if this is maybe their first project or maybe there's something that I just really paying attention to, but they did a good job.
Oh, that's
Veterinary. This is hey, we're in New York. If you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. Green Goblin. You know. So I'm still waiting for not only the Shredder reference that I'm sure they're going to do a Shredder reference, but it wouldn't shock me if Casey's in the school or something.
like prom gets uncanceled and she goes with all of the turtles because they're heroes and he's just sort of around with a hockey stick like, hey, saw you on the news.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Because if
It
they're not
happens
going to have
exactly
him
like
be
that.
in the group of people helping them, then the high school is the only one that makes any sense. Or they just don't have a minute. They could just do that.
They are doing a different kind of movie. Like I don't know how you get to Shredder without the origin story of why Shredder's the bad guy.
Yeah, if there's no connection between Splinter and Shredder, that's interesting. I didn't think about that. This movie would make for a good like series of levels in a video game.
I can kind of agree with that. If this is back in the day where they still had licensed games,
Right. Yeah, they never really do that anymore. It's a shame. Yeah, that whale's gonna die.
it's been a long.
Sign my baby.
I'll throw up. Okay. Oh my god. What? You know what? Maybe we don't need a shutter here. This is a completely different vibe.
It's all right. It's overrated.
It's a really weird take.
Yeah, this
on the turtles.
This cockroach thing. Wonder if it's pizza day at lunch. Now, they haven't been educated for anything close to this system.
She grabbed my key first. I'm kind of...
April O'Hero. Not bad.
I don't know where we go from here. I don't think we do.
I could see them still teasing something. They're probably going to be some mid-credit scene or whatever, thinking, yeah, you know, if they make enough money and we want to do a sequel, we can. But
this was fantastic.
I could also see them just being like, look, we wanted to tell this story and that's the end of it, and we're not going to bother with another one.
I'd be okay with that.
It's not like Seth Rogen doesn't have enough on his plate already with all the other adaptations and things that he's working on. You got Invincible, you got The Boys.
Kong and Bebop.
Yep.
Same year. That's pretty cool.
Boo, boo, doo, boo.
This is a really interesting take on the Turtles.
I like that they tried a little bit of something different. Some of the stuff that they did different, not my favorite. You know, not a huge fan of the art style, as I said. Don't really love the design of April. Don't really love the design of Splinter either. But for everything that they did that I didn't like, they did a lot of things that I did enjoy. So, thumbs up. We didn't talk about it, but the idea of every group of 4 friends, you can pinpoint who is the Michelangelo, who's the Raphael, etc.
All right, which turtle am I tying?
Well, it depends on, you gotta fill out the foursome because sometimes people fall into a different role.
Oh, we don't really have a fourth. I was gonna say me, you, and Callum, but we don't really have a fourth. Huh. I think most times
you'd be the Mikey
Leo.
in that kind of scenario. I would think that you'd be the Mikey. Callum would be the Donnie.
You're Leo. Almost always you're Leo.
There we go. Mid credits.
Come on, Shredder. I hate that I like the joke.
Because they're a couple now.
He went with.
Okay, what are we getting here? Is this going to be Shredder?
Okay, come on.
Or is it just going to be Baxter?
Let's go.
Okay.
There we go.
Badass looking design.
There we go. Yeah.
So he's just going to be like a mercenary for hire then.
Good movie. Solid 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Mr. Beast, Times Square guy.
Solid 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
The director, man who loves being young and going places. So on the animated spectrum from this year, I'm not going to rank it as high as Mario and Across the Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse gets the top spot. But I do like it.
I liked it a lot. I'd say it's almost even with Mario. If it wasn't for the fact that Mario, we weren't expecting anything from Mario.
Yeah, Mario doesn't have these good movies and stuff in the past that you could just be like, all right, well, you know, we've been spoiled for some good Ninja Turtle stuff before. Mario didn't have any of that. Which, if you are interested in checking out the fan tracks of the Super Mario Brothers movie from the 90s, we did that. So go back and check that out.
Awful.
It's awfully amazing.
We might be back with another John Cena movie with Vacation Friends.
The John Cena trifecta of this month.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, this works.
I'm genuinely surprised at how much I've enjoyed it.
And we do have a few more minutes worth of these credits. I don't know if there's a post-credit thing afterward. But in the meantime, reminder to everybody, if you want us to do more of this content or any other kind of adjacent content, maybe you want us to dive deeper into the whole taking groups of 4 and applying them to the Ninja Turtles by being like, all right, this foursome and like this comic book series or these 4 characters and whatever, or these, you know, if you're on the pro wrestling side of things, these are a 4-member group of a pro wrestling stable. Which one is Donatello?
Judgment Day.
So
Donatello on Judgment Day.
I'm thinking Rhea is Raph. Leo is Balor. Priest is Donnie. And Mikey is Dominic. Maybe? Yeah.
Dom is probably Donnie. Raph is Damien. Balor is probably Mikey, and Rhea's the leader. There's no getting around that these days.
Yeah, if you want more of that content, smartgutmoment.com. If you want anything in particular, make sure you go to patreon.com/Fanboys Anonymous, or of course on the pro wrestling side, patreon.com/smartoutmoment. Share your support. You know, leave a comment below. Tell us some ideas you want us to do. Mount Rushmore is something we want to get more into on Fanboys, to do, you know, Mount Rushmore of different characters, or Mount Rushmore of, I mean, when it comes to the Ninja Turtles, you can't really do the Mount Rushmore of the Ninja Turtles because it's these 4, but you know what I mean?
I mean, Venus de Milo.
Yeah, technically out there. But even just hitting the like button on this helps out quite a bit. Make sure you are subscribed to this YouTube channel as well. That's something that a lot of people probably don't pay a whole lot of attention to, but that goes a long way in just getting those little notifications of like, oh, there is a new thing. Because we don't post, every other day or every week or anything, but you can set up a little email alert anytime we do have something posted. That way you actually get that notification that says new video has been up there. Obviously, I have the Blueprint project where I have my ideas of what I would do for Ninja Turtles movies, how to kind of condense everything. Gonna have to take some of this into consideration and warp that into my notes now that I've watched this. So if you want to know what I would want to do for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the Blueprint, let me know. Maybe I'll do something like that in the future down the line instead of just waiting.
Is there anything that you would take from this movie? First run through.
I like, for sure, the idea of including the other mutants and having Baxter be like kind of one of the figureheads towards doing that. I know that I had a thing before. Well, I don't have to spoil too much of that, but Baxter being involved with Bebop and Rocksteady. But now that I know a little bit about like Ray Fillet and stuff, I'd probably include the other ones. I didn't really have a whole lot of notes for them quite yet.
By the way, another nice little crossover with Spider-Verse. They had Post Malone.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. All right, so now it's a moment of truth to see if there's any post-credit scene.
Good era for kids' films.
Yeah, not bad for this year. They're getting spoiled.
Jerks.
And Paramount logo. So, no post-credit scene, just that mid-credit
We got Shredder and we got April kind of playing with Leo a little bit.
Not in that way, but...
We're not talking about sex between an anthropomorphic turtle and April O'Neil. Thank you.
Yeah, as I said, check out all those different things over there on fanboysanonymous.com. Make sure you are subscribed. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Head up to Patreon or click on the YouTube channel membership, the little join button to, help us keep the lights on. Make sure that you are also going over to the link tree that I have over on amangotree.com, where you can like and follow and subscribe to all these different accounts, including my Letterboxd, which is something that I don't do the reviews on there, but I add movies all the time, so you could always just see I rated a new movie that I watched or something. The most recent one of those would have been the Masters of the Universe prior to this. Watched that for the first time the other day. Yep, 1 star. But I've been specifically watching those terrible 80s movies and stuff. So go over to there, follow me at Tony Mango, follow the Fanboy stuff, follow the Smart Out Moment stuff, and follow Rob.
Follow me everywhere at Dude Felice. This really inspired me to want to do more of this. Whenever we watch a good one of these kinds of movies, I instantly get inspired to watch more. I know that I haven't seen Elemental yet. I haven't
watched that yet either.
I know there's a couple episodes of My Adventures with Superman I still need to catch up on. This was the 31st anniversary of Batman the Animated Series. Want to do more with that on this channel and on my own channels when I eventually launch them. If you like pro wrestling, that's basically all I do all day. So, Fightful, WrestleZone. But since we're on the Smart Guy Moment channel, I'd just like to reiterate, I want to do more of this stuff. Because this is the fun stuff.
Definitely lots and lots of fun. And we hope that you had fun too. If you did or you didn't, for the matter, let us know. We could always improve if you weren't the biggest fan of how we approached this. But if you in particular liked it, then, sometimes those comments mean quite a bit. So let us know. And make sure that you tune in the next time. Go back and check out all the previous ones. We've done 70 of these at this point. So whatever 71 is going to be, hopefully you join us for that one as well. And that's going to do us in for this one. It's time for us to geek out.